Hi guys, I'm Kendra.
And I'm Ryan, and in today's video we are going to be talking about anxiety, depression, and anger. I know that prior to me joining the channel she made a video on this, but now that we're together we just wanted to make a part 2. And first things first, if you guys have been enjoying the videos we're making, if it's helping you grow closer to God and you want to see more content like this, just click subscribe and give us a like, a comment, let us know you like what we're doing. Alrighty, so we're going to start today with a verse from the book of Matthew in chapter 6, verse 27. Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And yes, I understand that all of us worry about things, we stress about things. I do it all the time. She does it too. And that's okay. It is very okay to worry about things and stress about things. It just means that you care. But what will you gain from worrying? And what purpose will it serve to be excessively worried? The answer to those questions is actually in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. So really, if you just submit to Jesus, he will heal you of your anxieties. And in all honesty, if he was strong enough to bear the cross and bear the crucifixion, he is definitely more than powerful enough to bear your burdens and anxieties. Amen. So just call out to him.
Call out. So the verses that I have here are Psalms 94 and 19, verse 94, verse 19, and then Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. They're two separate books, but they, mean pretty much the same thing. So I wanted to read both of them today with you guys. So the first one is Psalms. It says, "When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought joy to my soul." And then in Matthew chapter 11, it says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So what I have here, it says, Jesus brings us joy, peace, comfort, happiness, everything that you can imagine. He brings you that when you just call out to his name. And when you call out to his name, it says here in the verse, he will bring you rest. And then in Psalms it says he will bring joy to your soul. And that's how, I've pictured it. Jesus brought so much joy and so much rest to my soul, whenever I call out to him. And I love that, when
he never fails to do that.
Right,
when you call out to him, he'll bring you the joy you're asking for.
He'll bring it to you. So you just got to call out his name and trust him, and you will find complete rest in his name.
Awesome. So now to touch on another topic, which is depression. I also brought a verse from Psalms. It is Psalms chapter 23, verse 4, one of my favorite verses. It is the Psalm of David. "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me." So what I get from this is that you are truly never alone, ever.
Never.
Even if you are the only person in a 1,000-mile radius, 100,000-mile radius, you are never alone, especially when life is at its worst. Jesus walks with you every step along the way through your deepest, darkest tribulations and also in your greatest triumphs. And from time to time, when we deal with whether it be seasonal depression or just a real hard depression, if you don't feel comfortable to talking with a professional or talking with your friends and family about it, just like Kendra said, call out to Jesus and talk to him about it, because Jesus already knows that you're going through something hard. He already knows that you may be depressed, but he's just waiting for you to ask for him, ask for his help. Yes, exactly, and to call out to him. He's just waiting. And when you finally do ask for his help and call out his name, he will be there immediately just to help you out and make you happy.
Yes, I love that. That was so great. And so, I can't top that. So, what I have here is Psalms chapter 30, verse 5. And it says, "For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay in the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning." And so I love that verse because, we may, some of us, when we're, feeling all of these, we don't really like to express them outside in the world on going, by day to day. But when we're, in our beds, alone, it kind of hits us all, and we're alone at that point, but not really, because Jesus is with us. And so, we tend to do, our crying at nighttime, that's when I've done my crying at nighttime. So just being real. So you may
weeping may stay in the night,
Yeah.
but rejoice will come in the morning.
Period.
Sometimes, what I was telling her earlier when she was reading this verse out to me, I actually had never heard this verse, but when it says weeping may stay in the night, but rejoice will come in the morning, it's just kind of like when you're going through something and you're telling someone about it and they're just like, maybe you need to sleep on it. That's exactly what this verse is saying.
Right.
At least how I see it. They're just
Right.
sleep on it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll feel better in the morning.
And you'll feel better in the morning. You know, that's what I've always done. You know, so
I completely agree.
I love the verse. You know,
I do too.
Right.
Awesome. So moving on to our next part is going to be about anger, and I have a verse from Ephesians. It is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26, and it says, In your anger do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. So really, a lot of us, when we get angry, we can fall into this destructive path through our anger, but really don't fall into that blind rage. Jesus and God, they don't want us to do that.
Because that really only leads to, you know...
Yeah, it gets worse. So you will snowball. If you
right.
become destructive, then you get angry at the things you destroyed or the things you harmed.
And you do things you'll regret.
Exactly. So instead, in your anger, just trust in God, and in Him you'll find the happiness that you are searching for,
right.
no matter what.
No matter what.
He never fails.
He never fails. Never gives up on me.
Goofy.
So the next one that I have here on anger, going off what Ryan says, it's I have James chapter 1 verse 19 through 20. It says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires." So God doesn't want us to be angry. God doesn't want us to, you know, fall into what He said, that darkness, because, Jesus is light, and, He wants us, not to be angry. And I have here, when we're angry, we tend to not listen, and we tend to speak very, very quick. I'm not listening, this is why I'm angry, and we need to just take a step back and be calm, take a deep breath, and listen to, whoever you're talking to or whatever you're angry with. Or
Exactly.
even God, listening to God. Because
Yeah.
when we're angry, we don't like to listen to God, sometimes. And, I've had those times where I'm just too angry and I'm like, I don't want to hear it, I'm angry because I'm angry. But we've got to sit there and listen, slow to speak and quick to listen.
Exactly. Alright guys, we really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you've been enjoying what we've been posting, if it's helping you get closer to God and helping you get through your week, then go ahead and give us one of these.
One of these.
Click one of, is it this
Those?
one of these, and type in one of these. Thank you guys.